under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mr. Abate. Here. Mr. Andronopoulos.
Here.
Mr. Giarrusso. Here. Ms. Passamano. Here. Mr. Passamano. Here. Mr. Petronzio.
Here.
Dr. Scardino.
Here.
Ms. Stella.
Here.
And Mr. Valvano is absent. You have quorum, sir.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by the following means. Annual notice was sent to the Record newspaper, Township Clerk, and posted in the lobby of Town Hall and the Board office, setting forthcoming scheduled work, meetings, and public meetings of the Board. Approval of the minutes. Thank you.
First. Mr. Andronopoulos, Mr. Abate second. Roll call, Mr. Abate. Four. Mr. Andronopoulos.
4.
Mr. Giarrusso.
4.
Ms. Passamano.
Abstain.
Mr. Passamano.
Abstain.
Mr. Petronzio.
4.
Dr. Scardino.
4.
And Ms. Stella.
4.
Motion carries.
We don't have the student representative.
No.
So we don't have State Monitor's report.
I have reviewed and discussed the preliminary 2025-2026 school year budget with Mr. DeCorso and support his recommendation to the board that they approve finance resolutions 1 through 6 and education and curriculum resolution 1, all related to the preliminary budget approval and submission to the county office, and adopt the preliminary 25-26 budget as presented. And that concludes my report.
Thank you so much, Mr. Demikoff. From a board president perspective, since we're here for the budget, and I just wanted to share that last night we had an incredible turnout to discuss some of the potential changes and things, and I wanted to thank the community for coming out. I think one of the things that I hear all the time is transparency and access, and we struggle with that, not us, because I think we try to be, but I get the understanding that how hard it is to trust or believe in the way government can be. So I really appreciate the people. I know there's several of you that were here last night as well, here tonight, to have a discussion. I thought Mrs. DeCorso did a great job framing everything out, and I just wanted to thank the community at large. To the point of a couple of members, we love seeing people here. We think it's important for high levels of engagement, so I wanted to thank the public for being here. One of our goals as a board is to be transparent and to be, move in a forward-minded perspective, because for too long, we've seen things just sort of go day to day, and that's not how we're operating. So we appreciate your trust in that, and I want to say thank you to all of you for being here, and thank you for Mr. DeCorso for making himself available last night in such a long way. We had a little bit of a drama at the end. I hope in the end you all see that in general the board is just trying to create an opportunity for us to engage with you, and because of that forum, Mr. DeCorso and I talked about it, and we'd like to have more of those open forums, maybe coffee with the board, coffee with the superintendent, things like that we think are going to be invaluable long term. So we thank you for being here, and thank you for being here tonight. Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Dr. Scardino. I just want to reiterate what Dr. Scardino said. Last night I thought was very successful. Unfortunately, we do have to make some changes, for next school year, and I think just working together with the board and the community, I think we've, established a solid plan moving forward. I'm going to briefly touch upon the budget a little bit, and then I'll talk about last night as well. And so, ultimately, we're here today to pass the budget, which is due to the county by tomorrow. So we don't always, but typically we have 2 board meetings in March, and it's because the budget calendar always shifts around, and it's really contingent upon when the governor gives his State of the State address, and then our state aid numbers are released. So our budget is due to the county tomorrow for initial approval, and so tonight is really not an overview of the budget. It's really the board coming together to just approve. We have to formally approve that budget going to the county. And so then, hopefully the board approves that budget tonight, and then we come back at the April 29th meeting. So if you want a full overview of the budget and a presentation, Mr. Hyman and I do a PowerPoint presentation. We'll present to the board and the entire community the entire budget through multiple slides to just highlight some of the aspects. To highlight all the aspects of the budget for next school year. So that obviously ties into the next item that Dr. Scardino referenced, which is the reconfiguration of our schools, which is also on the budget, on the agenda for tonight, because it is really contingent and married to the budget in a way based on how we're going to reallocate our school buildings. And so you'll see the Columbus Memorial reconfiguration is item number 1 on ed curriculum. And so we have that on the agenda. Again, I want to just thank everyone for coming out last night. I thought the dialogue went really well. I really appreciated the questions that the community had, and I think overall, although some might not be entirely happy with the exact plan, I think hopefully we provided perspective and an understanding on why the district is doing what we're doing. And like Dr. Scardino said, the ultimate purpose of the board and myself is to just ensure that we provide the very best education for our students, and at the same time we are able to financially sustain everything that we need to do within the district. And so I think the 25-26 budget is solid, and we are ready for submission. So that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DeCorso. Now we have public to be heard on agenda items only. So we're going to move to board discussion and formal business agenda. So we're going to try to keep it as orderly as possible. Let everybody have a chance to see. I see Ms. Stella. Stella?
Yeah, I have some questions. Exactly the debt service, $971,289. What's included in that total?
That is the board share for the referendum bond.
Which bond was that? The
For the-
Memorial Campus
Correct.
and the pool?
No. The bond for the referendum for the expansions on the schools that happened for
from
Columbus.
okay.
Yeah, we're going to be paying that over the next
How many more years on the bond?
roughly 20.
And that's the only thing that is?
Yes.
Okay, the other question is, when you're combining the classes of the 8 rooms down in Memorial, we've already were receiving how much for the 4 rooms? So this is half more, it's like 170 plus 8 rooms?
Yeah, so you'll see it's on the finance agenda, number 6. Yeah. So there was 4 classrooms that were currently being rented, and we're adding 4 more, $44,000 a classroom for a total of $352,000.
But we were getting 44,000 for the 4 that were already there, and this
Yes.
is an additional?
Yes.
So it's not like we're getting, you already had that and 350 more?
No,
That's
it's a
the
total.
total for all of them?
Yes.
How many rooms are actually down there in Memorial?
Roughly 13.
That's, which including the Knights of Columbus?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, just in case anybody else, I'll come back to you.
Okay,
Anybody
one
else
more.
have anything to add to this? Just want to make sure everyone's heard. Please.
One more.
Yep.
Okay.
Explain the 10,000 annual payable with this kitchen use?
So the South Bergen jointure has students from pre-K all the way through 12, and sometimes they even have some adult programs. And so we have a beautiful state-of-the-art kitchen, and so they asked if at times if we could work around the schedule here in the middle school could their students come and use the kitchen? And so we said yes, and so,
So they're going to cook, the kids are going to
yeah,
learn
they're
to
going to,
cook?
yes,
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Ms. Stella, are you available for lessons?
Oh, please. I order out. One other question, oh, it just slipped my mind. There was this here in 107. Oh, the classes that you're going to get, what age groups are they? Is it all K to 2? Is it K to 12? Like,
Yep.
what children?
Okay, so this was part of the presentation last night, and so for some this might be repetitive, but currently there's going to be 8 preschool classrooms there. And so, I'm sorry, currently there's 4, they're going to be adding 4 more preschools, so there'll be 8 preschool classrooms there. However, the district is looking at our out-of-district students, and we're going to be trying to develop programs to bring more of our students back to district through the jointure. And so, although there will only be, well, we're going to start with 8 preschool classrooms, but there's the hope that we can expand upon the remaining classrooms and build programs that will benefit our students here in Lyndhurst.
So you have 5 more years?
We have 5 more to use, yes.
Okay.
And so for the time being, the district is going to use some of the space in the lower levels for professional development and for some other activities. And so, of course, if we need the classroom, we'll certainly take it. And like I said, we're already starting to have planning meetings with the jointure to see how we can bring our own students back to district and go to the South Bergen jointure classroom.
And I'm glad you had a meeting, and if they know that no more than 4 board members can go. But I'm glad that you met with the community and got their input, because everybody has to work together. And we have to work on that too. And communication.
Thank you.
Mr. Passamano?
Just real quick. So, we're going to rent them the campus for a year to year, correct?
Yes.
And if we ever need it back, we would have to lay out the year, and then we could take the school back, meaning if our growing community grows.
Yeah.
Okay.
But wait, is there a
Hold on.
problem with that?
So, no, great question. So just so everyone can hear the response, because I didn't have the mic. So yes, the lease for the space is year to year. So if we should ever need that space as we go through next year, or there's things that happen within the community and we need that school building back, we would just notify them like any lease, tenant agreement, and say that we're not renewing your lease for the following year, and then we can then occupy those classrooms.
One question, though.
Yes.
If you, that to happen, because Lyndhurst does come first, there's kids.
100%.
Would we have to make up the $352,000?
Well, yes. Yeah, I mean, that's revenue, so that's one of the reasons that we discussed last night of why we're moving in that direction, is because in our current state, it benefits the district to receive revenue, and so that lease agreement is bringing $352,000 of revenue into our district, and should we decide that we need to take that building back, we would lose that $350,000 of revenue, so we would have to make that up. But yes, great question.
Anybody else? Mr. Abate?
Yeah, question. I know something maybe we should have touched on it last night, which we didn't. I know a lot of school districts, when they do get pay cuts, first thing they do is send out pay slips for teachers. By us doing this, we're going to try to avoid laying off teachers too, right?
Absolutely, yes. So I can't guarantee that there'll be 0 layoffs, but what I can say is that we're going to limit that as much as possible. And we've had some teachers already retire, and so the idea is through attrition, we won't be replacing some of those teachers. And so, but yes, we're not drastically laying off teachers. We're not sending out pink slips. There's a lot of districts that send all their non-tenure teachers every year non-renewal notices. We're not doing that. I don't think that's beneficial. It creates panic, and there's already a teacher shortage in a variety of positions and the teaching profession in general. If you do that, you run the risk of then losing your teachers, and so we're not doing that. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. We're going to move on to finance. Mr. Petronzio?
Pursuant to the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Committee on Finance recommends the following resolutions be moved forward for a roll call vote. I make a motion to move forward finance resolutions 1 through 6 to be adopted.
Second, Mr. Roll call, Mr. Abate.
Four.
Mr. Andronopoulos.
4.
Mr. Giarrusso.
4.
Ms. Passamano.
4.
Mr. Passamano. 4. Mr. Petronzio.
4.
Dr. Scardino.
4.
And Ms. Stella.
4.
Motion carries.
Ms. Passamano, Education and Curriculum, please.
Pursuant to the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Committee on Education and Curriculum recommends the following resolution be moved forward for a roll call vote. I make a motion to move forward Education and Curriculum Resolution 1 to be adopted.
Second.
Second. Roll call, Mr. Abate.
4.
Mr. Andronopoulos.
4.
Mr. Giarrusso.
4.
Ms. Passamano.
4.
Mr. Passamano. Mr. Petronzio.
4.
Dr. Scardino.
4.
And Ms. Stella.
4.
Motion carries.
Ms. Stella, Policy, Rules, and Regulations.
Pursuant to the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Committee of Policies and Rules of Regulation recommends the following resolutions be moved forward for a roll call vote. I make a motion, forward policies and rules and regulations 1 through 2 to be adopted.
Second, Mr. Abate. Roll call, Mr. Abate.
4.
Mr. Andronopoulos.
4.
Mr. Giarrusso.
4.
Ms. Passamano. 4. Mr. Passamano. 4. Mr. Petronzio.
4.
Dr. Scardino.
4.
And Ms. Stella.
4.
Motion carries. Personnel.
Recommendation of Superintendent of Schools, Committee on Personnel recommends the following resolutions be moved forward for roll call vote. I make a motion, I guess it's A through
E.M.
M. A through M.
Second.
Second. Dr. Scardino, second. Roll call, Mr. Abate.
4.
Mr. Andronopoulos.
4.
Mr. Giarrusso.
4.
Ms. Passamano.
4.
Mr. Passamano. 4. Mr. Petronzio.
4.
Dr. Scardino.
4.
And Ms. Stella.
4.
Motion carries.
Okay, opened up for any new business from the board, and we'll try to recognize everyone if there is. I know we have a full board meeting next week, so, but anything business? Great, thank you.
Public hearing.
Yeah, so we're going to have for the public to be heard for non-agenda items.
Tracy Corwin.
Tracy Corwin, please.
April 29th.
April 29th.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Corwin.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.
I just want to mention